Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to an exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. The season scene will begin in the Hermetic Chantry, located, excuse me, located just outside of Dublin city centre, not far from Trinity College. We will join our Hermetics as they spend a pleasant evening in each other's company, discussing, well, whatever the hell Hermetics discuss.
Rory is smoking an enormous blunt and playing guitar.
Gunn is probably listening to him play guitar, perhaps through a wall or two, but not smoking an enormous blunt.
Huzzah. Nathan?
Yeah, sorry, I'm also not terribly well. Rupert is, flicking through a book, probably trying to look up something relevant.
Watertight conversation with them. All right. So it's actually not that late in the day. You estimate it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Do all of you have at least a basic, aka the first rank of the sphere, Prime 1?
Do we have Prime 1? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think everyone here have Prime 1.
I do.
I have Prime 1.
Okay. And I know Rupert does. So, as you're having this rather sedate afternoon of pleasant frivolities, the small things of life, you're going to feel an immense, almost overwhelming. You're going to feel an almost overwhelming wave of prime energy wash over you. Those of you who can see into the chimerical reality of dreaming, a pleasant afternoon in chimerical reality with the various different entities that normally.
I can't hear what you're saying, Evan, again.
Yeah, it's really bad.
That is very peculiar. Is that better? Better, worse, better?
Better.
Okay. For those of you who can see into dreaming's chimerical reality, your ordinary average afternoon, rather pleasant as I said, is racked and changed. As it is from above you, the sky starts to turn an odd reddish color. The sky starts to turn an odd reddish color as black lightning forks across the sky. The sun above you, from this chimerical perspective, changes, weeping, crying, until you will see the fact that the sun has been replaced by a single large eye with a black slit for its iris.
The eye of Anthelios is opened.
I will fight you. But
It watches us all.
Looks at Roy.
You all right there?
The eye is watching.
That's not Balor, is it?
Bowel? The eye watches all of us. It just opened. The sun is gone, and the eye watches.
Gunn looks outside the window.
Hey, yeah, that's a pretty nice sun out there.
No, the sun's still there, man. I can see it.
You can't see the real sun.
You can't see the real sun. Saying it's here, it's not here, being replaced by a giant eyeball. What even is real?
The sky is red.
No, yeah, that guy's pretty blue.
The real sun is here, but no, there's something has happened. There's been a. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to say the line. There's been a great disturbance.
Oh yeah, I felt that too.
You did? Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Disturbance in the in Fairy.
Hyun just kind of blinks once.
Well, no, I'm not exactly sure that it's a fairy thing, insofar as it is possible the chimerical reality is maybe reflecting a change in the real world.
I gather that. I didn't specify origin. I said just okay. Evan, was it a one-off pulse or is it still ongoing?
It is still ongoing.
Okay.
Like ripples.
Well,
The sleeper rises. The chains are breaking.
the black sarcophagus.
The sleeper rises.
Maybe too late.
Should we go try and take a look at it?
Oh, if that's what it is, it's not far.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we're all going to walk over at least towards where the black sarcophagus is. We'll talk along the way. Hugh, I'm guessing you don't read the Enochian. Has someone told you what the symbols mean?
I know that they are Enochian. That's about the extent of it.
They translate as chained or bound.
Yikes.
And that it appears to be from a particularly bloody part in the Order's history.
What? No, we don't know that.
Well, one thing archaeologists have dated it to that period.
So? There's other things that happened in that period.
I just said all I said was it was a bloody period.
What period are you referring to?
The turn of the first millennium.
Oh, okay.
When we committed genocide against the Danae.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Understood. You get the sense that Jim doesn't really understand, but he recognizes that it is bad, so he's content with that for now.
Oh, and then one of the houses turned themselves into vampires.
Oh.
And one of them fucked off to leave to join the Verbena.
Yeah.
Everyone always forgets Asbjornling.
That was centuries later.
Bjornair. Yeah.
That was like
they joined in 1466.
All right. So.
Okay.
Please.
Do we get the sense that it's getting stronger as we get nearer to the?
Well, I was just about to get to this. As you start to walk down the street, you turn a corner, at which point you see a number of college students who are literally running down the main thoroughfare that would normally lead to the college, because this is the site that greets you.
Oh, fuck. All right. I'm going to try and stop one of the college students. Hey, is anybody still in there? You know?
You will catch you'll catch a young girl. You wouldn't guess that she could be more than a first or a second year in college. She's physically shaking like a leaf, and she says, I don't know. Everyone was just running, and there was so much noise and running.
Rory just sprints towards the fire.
All right, call somebody. Get somebody down here if nobody else is here. We'll go, I don't know, figure something out. And Hyun's going to follow Rory after that.
Okay. You guys will proceed down the main avenue towards the college proper. Its great gates looming open in front of you as one of the wings of the old building, the Lincoln Science Building, is clearly ablaze in front of you. You will continue to feel the same pulse of energy rolling and rippling over you. Does anyone sorry, does anyone have any relevant sites activated?
Nope.
I don't think so because I don't have it in my sheet right now.
So I've got the usual up as per my bar.
Okay. Well, obviously you will be able to immediately tell that the fire is unnatural. It is being generated by prime energy as opposed to being a source of natural fire.
Right.
And there is a very powerful prime signature standing in the courtyard opposite that is channeling said fire.
Okay. Is there a clear way into that courtyard?
You have to go through the main gatehouse, which is itself ablaze.
Right. Okay. I'll turn to the others. This fire is conjured. The one behind it seems to be inside.
Wait, who are you talking to?
You two.
We've run towards the fire.
Yeah, we're on our way there.
Okay, I assume I was with you. Okay.
You can I'll say that you are running, so you can talk and run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well. As you approach the gatehouse, if you would like to make me, it depends how you'd like to approach the gatehouse. Are you going to try and stop the fire before you enter, or are you going to try and dodge the burning, basically leap over the burning debris to get through?
Hyun's going to use some fancy gestures that Brigidius, or Master Alexandros has taught him, and try and throw up a horse's shield on himself.
Yay.
Can someone roll some dice for me?
Yes, I can. What do you want to roll?
Roll my Arete against difficulty 4.
What are you trying to do?
Life sight.
Okay.
I'm looking for people to see if there's anyone in there.
What is my difficulty going to be, Evan, on this horse's shield?
I'm trying to remember. I think a Force Shield is Forces 3. I can't remember off the top of my head.
There are forces 2. I was just wondering if it was paradoxical.
I think it's 2 usually.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what you're doing exactly, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm trying to defend myself from the massive amount of heat and fire.
Okay. You're basically
Are you deflecting it or are you pushing it off? There's a difference. Are you like nulling it or are you deflecting it, basically?
Probably deflecting it. I don't think I have enough forces to just say no.
Yeah,
fuck.
I think deflecting it is just 2, so that would be a difficulty 5 if it's coincidental.
Yeah. But is it?
Yeah, that's.
It depends how you're doing it. It could easily be coincidental if you, depending on your paradigm. It could easily be vulgar depending on your paradigm.
Yeah, it'll count as coincidental.
Okay. Gonna spend a willpower and a quintessence. Silver 4.
Oh, and willpower on my roll too, please.
Okay, you're seeing something really weird under life sight, and I will describe it as weird. You're seeing something that is ostensibly dead, but every couple of moments there's a figure in the courtyard who is ostensibly dead, but every few moments it is as if it is gradually coming back to life. in the sense of it's revivifying itself.
I hate mummies so much.
Relax, it's not mummy because I don't hate you guys that much.
Okay, because they are my least favorite splat, other than maybe Kindred of the East.
We've had a long conversation. Hmm? Yes,
I got 2 successes on that Forces shield. Do I need more to kick it off?
Yeah, you're gonna need 2 will kick it off, but you'll need successes to put into duration, and it will only be basically it'll lower the difficulty for you to try to deflect the heat energy. So it will increase the difficulty of it to hurt you by an amount equal to the successes you put into duration. So it'll take the higher diff to basically roll to hurt you, basically.
Okay, I'll continue on with it then.
Okay.
Spending 2 quintessence and another willpower.
Okay, I'm going to use my existing pyrokinetic effect to gradually turn down the fire to make a safer path through.
Okay, roll your willpower.
So it's willpower roll, is it? Right, I'm not using Arate, I'm using willpower. Do I precast rituals?
Yeah, so roll your willpower.
Okay.
It would be. It's a lot of fire, so I'm going to say difficulty 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it look like a vampire?
Oh, I fail.
Does it look like a vampire? No. It has a sparkly aura, if anyone can see it.
Wait, it has a sparkly aura? Oh, wait, no, I can't see the sparkly aura because I didn't turn on that sight.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 more successes for my Forces shield.
If you want to whack one into effect, that'll bring it up to its maximum amount of effect, and then rest them into duration.
Sounds good.
Cool. On a side note, hi Marcus, how are you?
Hey, Mark.
Marcus. Not Mark.
You said Marcus.
You said Mark.
It cut out.
Oh, I apologize. I may have also just gotten cut off.
It's Coolio. Marcus, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, wherever you find yourself in this lovely city of Dublin today, there is an overwhelming wave of primal energy that washes over you. But it doesn't just wash over you, it continues to lap against you. To the point that it is impossible to ignore. If you deign to follow said wave of energy from its source, you will find Trinity College, one of the great sources and bastions of knowledge and wisdom in the Republic of Ireland, that is currently on fire.
Well, I have a curiosity flaw. I gotta go check that out.
Right, fire. Great. Who wouldn't like some fire?
Is it cold now in Ireland?
Yes, it's December, so yeah.
All right, cool. He'll pull his coat to him and check his walking stick and go on there.
All right, cool. You will arrive outside the main gates of Trinity College, which are themselves wreathed in flame. If you would like to describe your new character to the peeps, we're more than well.
The person standing. I have a picture of him, but it's very easy. He looks kind of skinny. He's made of gristle, basically, if you look at him. But he's currently wearing a leather jacket that's been beat all to hell, work boots, and he looked like he just got out of work working at a garage, basically. And he seems to be examining the gates, trying to figure out what he's going to do to get in, because he's getting in. God darn it!
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. You also asked me about life sign. There are a number of life signs around the entity that's slowly vivifying itself.
Sorry, you cut off there.
Oh, I said that since you have life side active and you asked me a question, there are a number of life signs surrounding the entity that is currently revivifying itself.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Is their life signs growing fainter?
No.
Ah, interesting.
Sorry, so Nathan, did you want to try to use that again? Because you can use it again if you want.
Yes, I'll give it another go. I'll spend a willpower on it as well.
Okay.
I'll go and fluffed it. Just the one success after willpower.
The dice do not like you tonight.
Well, all right.
Wait,
So-
where are you rolling?
Oh. Am I not rolling in Dublin?
You're rolling in the general room.
Oh, I'm rolling general. Okay. Oops. Right.
No worries. Yeah, one success. For a couple of, you will be able to hold the flames at bay for a single round, which your people are able to run should be sufficient to get through.
Okay. There we are.
John's running.
It will necessitate a dexterity athletics roll from those of you who are attempting to barge through.
Oh, boo.
Does that include me?
Yes, that includes you if you choose to run.
Just to clarify, people, what you just seen, Rupert did not use spell focus or hand gestures or normal hermetic methods to cast that. For reasons.
Right.
What's
the difficulty on the Dex Athletics?
Difficulty standard.
Gotcha.
Go on, man. Let's do it.
Can someone roll the Dex Athletics for me? 8 dice. Spend a willpower.
I most certainly can. You get 4 successes with the 5 with the willpower.
Sweet.
So you know what? Rory's just other people are like scampering through, desperate to not burn, and Rory's just there doing backflips through because that's how that works.
He vaults over and heads with full.
Is it possible to use snake step to get through?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that well. 2 successes, fine.
I got 2.
Okay.
I got 1.
Okay, just 1. You will successfully manage to enter into the large empty, or rather, formerly empty, courtyard of Trinity College, wherein you will see a number of people, a number of college students standing awestruck. You're not exactly sure why they're standing perfectly still, but they are. As a matter of fact, they're not standing perfectly still. They're standing in a straight line. As you see an individual moving very slowly among them, kind of weaving its way backwards and forwards through the people. He very gently places his hand on their head. And as you see him, or as you enter, rather, he looks at you, and this is the figure you see.
You're breaking up kind of bad again.
1 second.
In a thick Scottish accent that I will not attempt to replicate at all.
Oh, no, you really will, because I don't like the Scots, so feel free.
Anyway, I will not try and replicate. He does look at the gathered major, the obvious, will workers there. He goes, "So, what are we doing?"
Stopping that thing, I guess. No point at the figure.
Are we gonna punch it?
Maybe. We haven't really discussed the plan. All this just kind of happened.
Name's Duncan, by the way.
I'm Hyun. Nice to meet you. Wish it could be better under better circumstances.
I just got off work. What better time is it?
Fair.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. Hey, weird guy. The fuck are you?
Does it look like a slua?
No.
That is not the right way to. Oh God, Grandma.
It stops dead in its tracks and turns slowly to look at you and blinks its eyes slowly.
Rory waves in a friendly way.
Níl teadal gal man nisige dal gedi hach algethich am vachen.
What?
Rory points to himself. Rory.
Hyun responds to it by speaking something in Korean, something along the gist of, see, I can speak in a language other people can't too.
In Scotch Gaelic, my guy goes, "What did you just say?"
He will look at you and blink before you respond in Scottish Irish or Gaelic. He'll respond in Scottish Gaelic. Ah, I see. The language from beyond the wall. How interesting.
If Rory's speaks like Irish, would he be able to understand that?
No, Scots Irish and Irish are entirely different. I had to explain this earlier on. They sound nothing alike. In theory, when he was talking beforehand, you might have gotten a couple of words of what he was saying, because it sounded like Irish, but really old Irish.
Oh. Okay. So, Rory will try something in Irish. Good evening. My name is Rory. What is your name?
You will see him look ever so slightly bemused before he will very calmly put his hand out and place it on the shoulder of one of the college students and drag the college student to stand beside him before the college student will open his mouth and start to speak in intelligible English. And he will say, I believe this to be a much more exact means of communication.
Oh, wonderful.
Fuck me.
Sorry, this is not asked in character, but this is what. Does he have that symbol on his head?
Yes, but it doesn't mean what it might mean with a real world connotation. It just looks like the sun. Or a star.
Yeah. Does it mean what it might mean to a hermetic?
Define what it might mean to a hermetic.
It was part of the, oh god, I'm just blanking. I had a long day today. It was
to answer your question, what does Dora look like? Confused, but confused and angry.
Does he look alive?
Yes, he's no. He's not at the moment completely, but he's becoming more alive.
Does he look like a lich?
Have you ever seen a lich?
Rory actually knows a little bit about liches. And that's why he actually brought them up in the conversation with Rupert yesterday.
No, he is alive, but you get the sense of he wasn't a little while ago.
Ah.
But his body is essentially turning back on.
Yeah. I'm sorry, and the symbol was he a member of the group that the that Titleist and assembled the Aquatine Hunger Force to fight, and
You
then
might
turned into
want to ask him if he was a member of Go Team Titans, maybe.
Yeah. Are you
And for the record, sorry, Austin. No, you can feel free to join us if you'd like. We're in a burning college. The college is burn. The college is on fire.
Rory takes out a flask from his coat and unscrews the top and takes a sip and offers it to the gentleman.
The college is on fire.
Burn. The college is on fire. Basically, regardless of where you were in the city, you feel a resounding wave of prime energy hit you. It will keep lapping against you, and if you choose to follow it, you will find the burning college.
Yes, I find the burning college. I follow the prime waves.
Hurrah! As you find your way into the burning college, you will see what you see. There's this individual stood in front of a line of about 7 or 8 college students, and the party gathered.
Okay. With the lores on my sheet, do I need to roll any of them?
Can you be more specific?
Between Jinn and demon lore?
He doesn't seem like a demon. No, neither of those would be entirely appropriate.
Right? And that one, and the other lore that I have at 1?
You don't know. Maybe, but you need to ask questions.
Okay. We'll wait.
Sorry, continue. Rory was offering him something.
Yeah, Rory's offering him a flask of some whiskey and some crackers.
He will look at the flask, and he will take it in his hand, and you'll see him sniff it. What's in the flask?
Whiskey.
He will proceed to take a mouthful of whiskey before he'll kind of knock it back and take a deep draft of it. He will then contemplate for a second, kind of looking at the silver of the
flask.
Flask, thank you. Sorry, as I said, it is a combination of Evan is both sick and his brain is slightly bleh. So if I'm it's nice, you know what. But he will then the entity through the college student through which he is speaking will then say, "You have a very fine drinks vessel."
Thank you. My grandfather gave it to me.
So, why is the college on fire?
Seconded.
I reduced to ashes what was my prison.
That seems reasonable.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, who does that? What?
Someone who's trapped in a box for 1,000 years.
Then burn down the box.
Trapped in a box for 1,000 years.
Who are you and who imprisoned you?
It looks at you kind of with a moment of contemplation again, and it will say, "A name for a name."
I gave you my name. My name is Rory.
Yours was freely given, he asks.
Mm. Smiles.
I'll give you my name if you'll give me yours.
I'm Rupert Gallo, Phyllis of D'Onofrio, of the Order of Hermes.
And that was audible.
His hand shatters the collarbone that he has it placed on of the young boy, who kind of slumps to the ground. There's a lot of spasming.
Is the coffin visible in the area?
No, you'd assume it's in one of the burning buildings.
Okay.
But yes, for the record, there's a kid dying on the ground. If anyone chooses to do anything, it's up to you.
Rory says, "Sir, would you mind terribly if I helped the young man?"
It turns around and appears to be making its way to leave.
He says it in Irish.
It will turn back and it will say in English, I gleaned what I needed to from the boy's mind to have at least a basic conversation.
Oh.
So,
Um,
a name for a
well-
name. Who are you?
well, let's not be rude here. He's just woken up after 1,000 years.
And
We're not being rude. He just shattered a dude's collarbone instead of paying what he owed, what he agreed to. He's the one being rude.
I give this group some birth, and I'm gonna go start looking look up where it's for the college where the sarcophagus was supposedly stored at, and I'm gonna make my way towards that burning building because that one's safer than this one.
I'm gonna go shepherd the people out of the flames because that's like the human thing to do. I don't know what that guy's doing. I'm gonna go make sure people can get out and make holes in walls and shit if I have to.
I'm gonna go heal the guy. I'm gonna heal the guy he dropped, but keep looking at the wizard.
Well then, you are indeed correct. And I am no liar. An oath is given, an oath is honored. Allow me in that case to give you my name. It has been some time since my tongue needed to pronounce it. How funny it is. It is your own name as a bauble, an ephemeral thing that sits upon your hand or upon the tip of your tongue, so much so that it does not feel like your own any longer. My name is Tamogden, Agda, Bonnie Dene.
Oh shit.
This is not my forest fire.
Rory, Bani Marinita. There are a few Dene here, actually.
They don't typically go burning places down, though. Last I checked.
What would I just say an hour ago? They were to commit genocide against the Dene. Okay? And nearly succeeded.
What are you talking about?
Evan,
They killed most of the there was a big war. It lasted about 10 years. I wasn't that good at school, but it lasted 10-ish years. Anyways, a lot of the Dene died. Most of them did, in fact. But there are a few left.
He raises his finger. So you were not sent here by my father.
I don't know who your father is.
Yeah, no.
Right, Evan, does my mind sight see a mind shield on him or not?
Oh, this is going to be good. Yeah, that's a great idea, Rupert.
No, you do not currently see one.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
You don't see one.
Okay.
I like where this is going.
And in what year were you imprisoned?
The year, by the reckoning of those who kneel to the false god Christ, was 990.
900 sorry, was that 19 or 90?
90.
990.
Then you claim membership as a Magus of the Order? You have claimed membership of one of its houses. Are your makers in good standing? The best of your knowledge.
Oh my. You can see him kind of once again quirk his head to the side. Before he will answer, locked and bound, striven and sown. What is standing to those who fall?
Not all those who are imprisoned are imprisoned fairly or justly.
Well, 1 second.
Well,
Yes, you can. Sorry, yes, Tiger, you can do a medicine roll to basically keep him alive. And I will deal with you and your quest for box shinies in a moment, Austin.
Okie dokie.
Sorry,
Is it
continue.
Okay, so 990 was for those who have like a good knowledge of Order of Hermes lore. 990 was just before the war. It was about 13 years before the war.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, does the name he mentioned come up in my occult specialty is Celtic folklore? Does that name mean anything?
Which name? Yeah, which name?
The Tomboke thing you said first.
Oh, his actual name?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Ooh, really? I need a roll?
Yeah, make me an intelligence. Yes, make me an intelligence occult check.
Does it mean anything for those of us with Order of Hermes lore?
No.
I don't know.
Actually, yes. You can make the check.
Diff 6?
For you, diff 6. For them, diff 8.
Cool.
Yikes.
Can someone roll for me 5 dice, diff 8, 1 willpower?
Yeah. I'll do that for you.
Thank you. I really need to figure out the dice roller again. Like I don't know why it's not working.
You get 1 success. Okay. You got 1. So Rory got 2 because he spent a willpower. Who else got successes and what did they get?
I got nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't get nothing.
You lost to Rory in an intellectual battle. That is low. Low, sir.
Oh wait, no, that makes no sense. Hang on. How can you have a No, sorry, my brain had a moment. Continue. Okay, so I will give you, for those of you who succeeded on the Order of Hermes lore check, so Polmachta, for those of you who have any, okay, so you know how the Diadne were essentially druidic? That was their entire focus.
Yes.
Essentially, Thermopylae is not necessarily a name. It is, but it's also a vestige of a title, which is Thermopylae Ulgatha, Thermopylae Ulgatha Dalgatha Ulgatha. It's a very long thing, and never make me say it again. I have to download this in Irish. I fucking hate speaking in Irish, which is essentially translates to the right hand of he who is the king of the great eye. Essentially, you would infer from that statement, if the Diadne are indeed pagans, he was the high priest of Baelor.
I was just going to say, is he involved with Baelor? Okay, so yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
I think I missed the first bit. What channel should I roll? Do you know that?
A rolling Order of Hermes.
Is that tradition law, I assume?
No, it's Order of Hermes Lore.
I assume I should have Order of Hermes Law.
Some people got it, some people didn't. You can roll Mage Lore if I didn't give it to you.
Okay.
I tried to streamline them at a certain point to just give Mage Lore.
Okay, sure.
Sometimes
Okay.
some people got. I know at some point some people got Forbidden Order of Hermes Lore, which would be super applicable.
Is that intelligence plus Mage Law?
I want
Yeah.
Forbidden Hermes Lore.
Evan?
Liam had it.
Nice.
I've rolled.
How did you get it again? Because you did something really hinky.
I just asked a whole bunch of proper questions and paid attention and made a whole bunch of, oh, this is important notes.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, Rory didn't have a long enough attention span for that.
Sorry, what were you asking me, Marcus?
Oh, I was asking. Remember, at any given point, Gran could show up.
Yeah, he's good at the moment.
Okay, because
He might show up in the event you have to Kool-Aid man your way through walls, though. But yeah, so from what you can tell, I'm giving it to you guys as Grassus, so that you will have at least a basic understanding of the timeline of your own order, so you will know that he was locked away before the Great Schism, or before the Schism War.
Mm.
Ah,
Oh.
well, that's very cool.
I'm led to understand that this visage is somewhat unsuitable for this iteration of the world. He will say as he kind of looks at himself, he kind of looks down at his hands before he'll flick his wrists. And you can tell he is definitely accruing paradox for some of the shenanigans, or a lot of the shenanigans he's done. But he will flick his wrists and he will change to now look like this. Better. Now then. So, you asked if I was in good standing. An interesting concept. I would say most decidedly by your standards of standing, not.
You once swore the oath. Do you have any intention to continue to uphold it?
You can see him lean his head back, and he contemplates. Oaths. Oaths are an interesting phenomenon. All the oaths that I have sworn, I honor in accordance with the oath that is sworn. The first oaths come first, the last oaths come last, and I will always hold true to that.
Have I like kept the dude from dying? I got 3 successes to make him not die.
Yes, basically, you see the fact that not only is his collarbone shattered, but basically, when the collarbone was shattered, it knocked several of his ribs to the point that it punctured his lungs. So you are basically fighting a very, very desperate battle to keep his lungs from filling with blood. But currently, you're winning.
Wait. Okay. How bad does it look?
Without serious medical attention, by serious I mean surgery, the kid is going to die.
Okay. Rory says, Ian, is it just give me a minute here? It would be diff. It's lethal, so it's diff. So it's level 3. So it's diff 6. I'm going to spend. Can you roll 4 dice for me, diff 4?
Yep. And this will be vulgar, so remember sweet paradox.
No, I'm gonna use it. I have first aid. Or I have medicine.
Okay, how many dice are I took?
4 dice for me.
Okay.
Like I'm using magic, but it's like I'm using it with. I don't think it's as bad as it looks.
That is a fail, and that's not how we do paradox here. Healing lethal or aggregate damage generates paradox.
Okay, I'll take the paradox.
I was gonna say you fail on the medicine check anyway.
Hey, Evan. Evan.
Spend two quintessence, so to lower it, or maybe 3 if I need to.
Give me just a moment, Marcus, and I'll be with you. You successfully managed to heal the kid using life magic. You will basically have to reinflate his ribcage, which is a very interesting thing. It's not so much an interesting thing to see, as much as it is an interesting thing to hear. Yes.
Stop dying.
What were you saying, Marcus?
Do I need forces to quell the fire spirits that are there?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you Baylor's blood?
On a side note, guys, you will notice that he does. Now that you actually look, you will notice that he does indeed have a chimerical representation.
Ooh.
Kinky.
Oh, does he notice mine then? Shit.
You can assume he does, but he hasn't reacted.
Okay.
Because as you look at his chimerical reflection, particularly now his physical form is much more subtly different, you will see the fact that in the center of his forehead, in his chimerical reality, there is in fact a third eye.
I'll just get out as many people as I can.
Okay, cool. I will deal with that for you in a few moments. He is going to look at Rupert and he is going to say, "Now then, I have answered your questions."
Yeah. Oh, here. Rory takes out his wallet and takes out some bills. Here's some money. You know, probably needed to buy food and stuff.
He will look down the cash. He will put it. He will take it. He will put it into a pocket, and he will say, "I will remember this, Marinita. You show the same kindness and grace that your own founder showed. I must say I'm impressed."
Hospitality is important. And I have a fear of the way the world's going. Humanity is powerful now. There's millions of them in this city alone.
Bless you.
Thank you. He will say, "Humanity have always been powerful simply because it is that they have forgotten the fact that they should fear the dark. Does not change what they are and what they have always been. Merely now that they don't quail before the dark forest. It is simple truth."
He shrugs. There are many who protect humans, though.
Humanity is what humanity is. It will always be that.
And what about the oath you swore? Not interfering in mundane affairs.
As I said, my oaths are sworn. They will be. My apologies.
So you say you've sworn an oath of fealty to something else?
He's Rupert. I think we should let the gentleman be on his way. I have no doubt our paths will all cross again. But he's been trapped in a tomb prison for 1,000 years. Either let's fight or let him go for now.
I'm not too keen on him just walking off, honestly.
Sir, if you would pardon the suggestion, if you could quell the fire, I think it would reassure some of my colleagues here.
Okay, I'm going to move over to the other people who are trying to do other things in the scene. So, Austin, you managed to enter one of the burning buildings. How's that going for you?
Warm.
It is indeed very warm. What sites do you currently have active in order to find the bloody thing?
Spirit and Prime.
Okay, cool. Prime. Very good. There's quite a powerful Prime signature. You find yourself excuse me, in a science building. It is very clearly a science building. That is designed for what you would term to be forensic examination of historical pieces. So has, or rather, it's more than likely used to examine various different pieces for historical value, carbon dating, the restoration of various different elements in a historical piece.
Mm-hmm.
However, unfortunately, once again, the building is on fire. So I would like for you to please make me a dexterity athletics check, difficulty 7, in order to avoid, the flames and falling debris.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Dex 2. So. Diff 7, you say?
Div 7, I say.
I get 1 success.
Okay. I'm going to roll some dice because you are going to take some falling debris. Fortunately, it's not on fire. So it's supposed to be that sweet bashing kind of damage. Please take 4 bashing if you can.
Alright, and is Nemat, my Nightcast Gen Servitor, going to try and intercept?
It cannot enter this building. It will
Cannot
say
enter.
there is something in this building that's actively preventing it from entering.
Okay. Noted.
It's attempting to, and it's just kind of bopping off like an invisible wall.
Okay. What about Bequa, my familiar?
The familiar can enter.
Okay. So I take how many bashing? I soak 0.
You'll take 4 bashing. It'll crack you
Ow.
right on the head.
Fucking hell.
You are a little boozy.
Yeah. Little doozy. That hurt like a son of a bitch. Okay.
So,
And then, what about my worker cast Afridi?
once again, there's something that's preventing it from entering.
Okay, so the Afridi is also taking off the event.
Yeah. You would assume
wall.
it is because both of them are beings made of pure spirit or ephemera.
Okay. Ow, that was a whole bunch of suck.
So you will, as you wend and twist your way through the actual laboratory property, you will see the fact that, oh Nelly, whatever came through here like a thunderbolt. You see basically bits, and I emphasize the phrase bits, of bodies strewn everywhere.
Oh.
Oh. Ew. Okay. Brr.
Um,
Can I follow the hole that was made by the?
oh, yes,
because I have.
that's quite easy to do.
Yeah.
You go to a series of shattered doors and splintered windows. Make me a stamina check, difficulty 7, due to smoke.
Okay. You get 1 success.
You were able to struggle on barely. You can feel like the smoke clawing in your lungs. It is very unpleasant. However, you will eventually find yourself in what appears to be a large observation room where the sarcophagus, you can assume, once set. You see a number of very, very delicate instruments strewed around the floor as if they were placed on some kind of tray thrown over as if by a typhoon. So you were able to piece together what happened here. You could see the fact that the sarcophagus itself is badly damaged, almost physically ripped in two. The lid itself is shattered into dozens of small pieces. So what you would assume happened was the various different warding glyphs that existed on the exterior of the box itself, you would assume in some manner were disrupted or tampered with, whether they were attempting to clean or to identify said markings.
Or open.
Hmm?
Or open with a crowbar.
No, you don't sense that they opened it with a crowbar. You sense that they were being very slow, very meticulous, as archaeologists would be, but that they may have disrupted something that caused enough of a breach for the entity inside to be able to leave.
Is there a story on the box?
Define the
Or
story.
a list of? Is there a list of crimes that I can read?
The
Is
box
there-
itself. You do read Enochian, don't you?
I read every language, but I also have Enochian.
Okay. Because I've actually made the ruling that the ability to decipher languages using mind does not include Enochian because it's out there and weird. But if you have an actual spoken language, yeah, that's fine. As you read it, as you read the glyphs, running down along the side, it will become evidently clear. It's not necessarily a list of crimes. It is a reason for. It is basically a mandate of sentencing, which basically reads as follows. It says, just as it is that the sun rises and the moon sets, so it is that summer must go to winter. All things in balance, life to death. When it is that death comes to rule life, and when it is that death comes to strive over life.
Hold on
When
1 second.
Okay.
You're going too fast for me to type.
Okay, sorry.
I'm actually writing this down. Just as the sun rises and the moon sets, and summer goes to winter, and winter to summer.
Excuse me.
Life goes to death, and
life
death.
and death to life. Yeah.
Okay.
Always in balance.
Always in balance.
When it is that balance is threatened.
When it is that balance is threatened.
Even by dearest blood.
And by dearest?
By dearest blood.
Okay.
Kin of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. It must be rectified.
Mm-hmm.
I shall weep 1,000 times 1,000 tears.
I shall weep
1,000 times 1,000 tears. for what has befallen you, my son.
S-O-N?
Yeah, S-O-N.
Okay.
And I pray
Mhm.
my weakness
Mhm.
to be unable to bloody my blade.
Mhm.
With your blood.
Mhm.
Shall not be the lamentation
Mhm.
of time yet to come.
Mhm.
And that's all that's written that you can read. The rest of it's been shouted.
Okay.
I will point out though, because you're looking at your prime site, this is some stupidly magical metal. Like, if it could be reforged, holy shit, it could do amazing things.
Okay. So I am going to use prime and matter to determine what the magical metal is.
Okay.
Spend an extra 30 seconds. Coincidental, both rank 1 effects. Four successes.
Okay. So, from what you're immediately able to determine, this is not anything that exists on the periodic table of elements.
Mhm.
You've heard that with enough matter, you can create matter that does not itself exist.
So the magical alloys, sophis, thaumium, primium, etc.
Yes, etc. However, this is not something that you've ever seen. You've seen, you may have seen Primium. The other two are actually rarer, but this is nothing that you immediately recognize. It seems to drink in magical energy that it then rebounds outward from it. Essentially, the more magical energy you put in, the more it outputs, but it outputs it away, and it also insulates.
So it's like a transistor form of sophis.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will give you one last thing. Inside the chest proper, you can tell these were broken a very long time ago because they are made of iron, but they are a wonder in and of themselves. There is a pair of chains that you can see were basically rubbed away via friction over a very long period of time. But as you look at them, fun fact, it turns off your prime sight.
Yoink!
Mm-hmm. So that might give you an indication of what the shackles do.
Yoink!
Yoink. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna you will be able
I'm
to
gonna get my way out of the building.
Okay, how much of the metal are you taking with you?
I'm taking the shackles.
Is that all? You're not taking any of the other metal?
If there's shavings or broken parts of it, whatever I can get in a handful.
Okay, cool. I will point out the rest of it will be destroyed in the fire. So Marcus, how's it going? Going good? I like to think it's going good.
And then, and on my way out, I'm activating my arcane in case of my arcane 3 because of cameras, security technology, etc.
That is fine. I will point out that the are immediately forced away from you when you're holding the stuff in your hands.
What was that?
Your Jinn are immediately forced away from you when you approach them with stuff in your hands.
Hi.
Once again, it's like the wall comes closer to them and they're kind of booped away from it.
Okay.
Marcus, how's it going?
I don't know yet.
So, you're going to try and get a bunch of these poor, indolent idiots out of Dodge.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That is entirely fine. How do you wish to do this? There are about 8 of them. The individual in question seems to no longer be paying attention to them, though they appear to be in some kind of zombified state.
Cool. I will punch one in the face to wake him up.
He will fall on the ground as you punch him in the face, though he will just lie there listlessly.
Oh, okay. Can I try and unweave the effect with Prime?
Yes, do you also possess mind?
No.
Then no, you may not.
Well, okay. Unweave, which means break down the successes. Not
Yes.
know how it works.
Sorry, beg your pardon?
With unweaving, do you have to have dots in the sphere?
You have to have at least a single dot in the sphere you're attempting to unweave.
Well, that makes me sad. I could always just carry. Can I, if you push them, do they walk?
Yes.
Cool. Then I will daisy chain them together and lead them away like cows.
That's great. Okay, that is going to be my mental image of the day. Okay, you will manage to push them through the burning building, or the burning gatehouse. As you arrive on the outside, you will see a news crew who immediately focus on you with their cameras as 2 individuals run towards you with microphones, just going, "Sir, are you responsible for saving these children's lives, sir?
Sure.
Can we get a quote from you, sir? What's your name?
Yes. Only you can prevent fires.
And what's your name? What's your name, sir?
Huh?
What's your name?
Oh, Duncan Campbell. Nice to meet you.
Duncan Campbell. Only you can. Wait a minute. You're not Smokey the Bear. But I could be, bitch. I could be.
I was walking by. There was a fire. There were people inside. Just dragged them on out. No big deal.
Make me a charisma, leadership, or expression, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, I have 6 dice for that. I will spend a willpower.
Oh, God.
Difficulty?
Standard.
I got 4 successes.
Jesus. Okay.
You got rid of charisma for ability specialties. I mean, the stat specialties, so I didn't pick one for charisma.
Why not? You should.
I thought we did. We got rid of that.
No.
The attributes.
No, we didn't.
Okay. Cheerful is mine. I'm very cheerful.
Okay. They'll immediately focus on you. You and I are going to do a separate scene later where you get a medal. You also get Fame 1, and I hate you.
Oh boy.
There may even be a slogan, only you can prevent fire. Okay. And Evan died a little on the inside as we move back to our hermetics. So, you want to simply put out the fire.
Yeah. Please.
He seems to contemplate, and he will say, sorry, give me just a minute. Very well then. You'll see him very marginally with one elongated fingernail run across. And to answer your question, yes, it does show you how much it does indeed show you how much how much paradox somebody has. Yeah, prime site does show paradox. Oh no, is paradox something else? Paradox is something else.
I honestly don't know. Hence the question.
I'm trying to think about it.
I'm guessing.
Prime site should show how warped a pattern is.
Yeah. Basically, as soon as you'll see Nathan. I guess if you wanted to do it like that, as soon as he gains paradox, he appears to be nullifying it, or rather, he's not gaining it properly.
Okay, that's valuable to know. Okay, well, I guess I'm expecting him to be massively paradoxical by simply by existing here.
Terrible.
Unless he was something very specific.
The player might have suspicions, but the character obviously expects him to be completely paradoxical.
But he will raise a hand, and the fire will, as you requested, simply die. There will be a kind of a sucking of air and a whoosh of smoke before the fire will itself extinguish. Oh, on a side note, Marcus, the media lose their shit.
Upon seeing the fire go out, Kian's just gonna look at him and say, "Thank you," and then he's gonna pick up the dude that Rory resuscitated and walk out with him.
Okay, I've just observed him use magic. Does it look like he's using sphere magic? I'm guessing not.
He's definitely using sphere magic.
I'm confused then. Okay.
Why?
Because it was the Vengeance centuries later.
Okay, I can say, okay. He is using sphere magic because that's how I build a bloody character, because I'm not gonna use old editions of Mage.
No pillars. No pillars. I like life. I like life.
Without going too deep, okay, so he's definitely got true magic. He's not some kind of static hedge wizard.
Correct.
Right, okay. That's obviously relevant. Okay, because this is something we have been playing on, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. Right.
I think we just found Austin's great theme. It starts with the word P, or the letter P.
I choose life. Unless you give me pillars, I will play a character with pillars.
I will fight you. Anyway. But
that's fine, Sticky. I've got endurance.
Damn it, he's not wrong. But he will say, in that case, I will bid you gentlemen good afternoon.
I'm looking at the other two to see what they're...
Kian's fucking already bounced.
I was going to say, Kian walked away.
Yeah. He's got the dude that he resuscitated. The guy put out the fire. That's what he wanted, so...
I'm looking at Roy. You on mute? Roy, are you there?
I think he BRB'd a little while ago.
Oh, no, I'm here. Sorry, I'm here.
I'm trying to think your mood of the action at this point on what to do.
I think we should talk to D'Onofrier, but
this person does not seem conducive to the welfare of Dublin.
So we're gonna kill them?
Well, firstly, do you agree with that assessment?
Yes, I mean he's a priest of Baelor.
Right.
Rather than lock him up, why don't we show him the town?
I'm quite happy if you to invite him to the hospitality of our chantry so we can acquaint him with the modern world, and rather than him wander off and do goodness knows what.
Okay.
If he's prepared to stand down and come quietly.
No, we are not forcing anyone.
I mean, I thought you were quite keen on protecting mortals.
I am keen on protecting mortals. I'm keen on protecting everyone. Your Excellency? What? Can we...
Is much more suitable.
All
Much
right.
more responsible name.
Can we buy you dinner? And maybe show you a place you can rest for a while you get your bearings over the next few days?
He will look at Rupert, and he will, for the record, he's been listening to this conversation. He hasn't walked far enough away from, unless you purposely made a point of walking away from him.
That's fine.
He will look at you and he will say, I sense that you're a man of your word.
Absolutely.
This is a very awkward situation for everyone. Many people would have acted rashly. It might be best if you take some time to get to understand the state of the world now. It's changed a lot. The people that imprisoned you are gone. We can figure out, well, together, how best you might find a place in this new world.
Well, you'll find your own place.
I understand this world well enough, the information that I gleaned from these 8. I know what has happened. I've seen the faces of humanity as it is now. I know that empires rise and fall. I know that humanity kills itself with these atomic devices, gas, and everything else as it pertains its own infinitesimally small mortality. It is the simple human condition. I accept this inalienable fact that humanity, as I said, will always be human. As to, I will make you a deal, Rupert Gallo. I will return to the Chantry. I will return to the Chantry immediately. You will not hinder me in returning to the Chantry in any manner whatsoever. Are we agreed on this?
What do you mean by the Chantry?
The Chantry.
Which one?
The Hermetic Chantry.
Why does this feel like Cold War negotiations?
Well,
Can we just have a meal together?
as you pointed out, you apparently murdered my family.
I didn't. My house helped save what few were saved, including some of the leaders.
It sounds like you had a grudge with your family as well. Hostilities broke out. There was a grand tribunal. A decision was reached. War was declared.
Well,
And what happened to the apprentices? Children.
yeah. Rory just nods and just looks at Rupert. You were saying the other night.
Knowledge of what happened in a war 1,000 years ago is hardly mine to reel off the cuff. I'm afraid I was not there.
The apprentices were killed.
And which would have
Well, no, many of the apprentices were killed. My house took in took in some.
I have a question, Rupert Gallo. You gave your full house.
I actually
He actually did not.
I left out the house, actually.
Rupert Gallo, I have a question. Technically speaking, and he smiles very widely and he says, "We still find ourselves in wizarding war, don't we?"
No, we don't. Wizards War is a very particular legal situation which we have not met before under the full moon.
However, did the houses not declare war upon mine?
House Denay was renounced, but from what you said, you were so rather kicked out of House Denay before that happened.
I have never been kicked out of my house.
Yes. Also, there are members of House Denay living today.
No, but
they are members.
You are right that it could be argued that we should have attacked you on the spot. I was trying to find a more progressive way forwards for everyone.
Okay. Can we have dinner?
I will quite happily break bread with you. As you
Lovely.
pointed out, I knew your house. I knew your founder when it was things were young. However, I will still go from this place to see what it is I will see, to go to my father's house and see if things there still stand.
Do you want some company?
Hmm?
Would you like some company?
This is a pilgrimage I will make alone. However, as you've pointed out, Rupert Gallo, the next time we meet, I suspect it will be as enemies.
It sounds like you are the one making that choice. And
okay, Rupert, he's goading you, and he's been locked in a box for 1,000 years. Give him some leeway. He's been locked in a box for 1,000 years. How good a mood would you be in if you were locked in a box for 1,000 years?
I think we have given him plenty
No.
of money.
I see. I'm curious. He says this as he's walking away. He's very definitely walking to the other side of the courtyard where there is another gate. He will say, "Contemplate how it is to starve to death 1,000 times and yet still cling on, and then we will have some contemplation."
Can I approach the walking out of the building? Can I head back towards where the group of mages and the old mage were standing?
Yep.
Okay. So the man with the beard gonna walk up at the end of that exchange. Just nod his head and look at his watch. He will wait until the freed being is gone before speaking again.
He will quite happily disappear through the other courtyard entrance on the opposite side of the large expanse. So by all means, talk about yourself.
And dearest gentlemen, I went looking for the sealed container. It had a fantastic story, and one that, from what I gathered, I should share with you. Consider this a gift. Something lost in time, consumed by flame. If you would hear me out. looking at Rupert and Rory.
He's listening.
Rupert looks interested, but is also deep in reflection about. Looks like he's got a lot going on his mind right now, but he gives you a nod.
I found the box, the bottle in which this man was held, and it told a very compelling story. The being, the man, the Magi, held within this box, never died, and he was kept in prison in life for a very long time. He was to be executed, but his executioner could not do the job. And so, as opposed to killing him, he was trapped within a box located. Gestures at the building burning down. Which is lost forever in that building, but dear sirs, as you are the most interested, I shall provide you. And he will reach into his hand and pick up a very small pinch. Which is the higher ranking among you two? Looking between Rupert and Rory.
We're equal.
Who's in charge?
You can speak to both of us. Please continue.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going to give the higher ranking of you something.
I'm the more reckless, so puts out his hand.
Ah. And he will reach into his pocket, and I'm going to grab just a pinch of that magical material that the sarcophagus was made of. This is most of what I could scavenge out of the sarcophagus. And he will hold up 3 pinched fingers and hold it in front of Rupert.
Rory.
Reach for it.
Rory. So, wait. Rory said he was the. Rory said
Rory's
he
the
was
one
the
who put
most
out his
reckless.
hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then he will put it in Rory's hand then. Sorry, I apologize. It's a magical material. It absorbs and reflects magical energy. It is not...
Sorry. Evan, does this have an odd reaction with Rory?
Take a point of bag damage.
Yeah.
As a touch.
Ow!
Rupert,
Yes.
I think you should hold it.
I'm not sure I want to suddenly.
Get a bag because it's burning me and it's also valuable.
Okay.
Should I go into a not burning building and get you gentlemen a napkin?
Okay. I assume Rupert can pull out a handkerchief and wrap it.
Yeah, there are streaks going through Rory's hand.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You still get a very weird feeling holding it, Nathan. Like, oh no, I don't like this.
Okay. Thank you. I don't think we've met before.
Yes. What is your name?
We have not met. And I'll give you my name. I pray you remember. I am Mikhail Nasir Rashad. I am one of the Taftani.
Ah, your
Oh,
craft in the city, I know. Thank you.
There are many interesting things, but as someone who has dealt with things that have been long sealed and forgotten, buried, and as someone who has dealt with things beyond most of the kin of men. Is that better?
Yes.
As someone who has dealt with things that are long buried, and someone who has dealt with things beyond the ken of men, someone who has dealt with the imprisoned, I suggest you find the one that walked out of that box and burning building and adjust them to local life before they adjust local life to them.
yes.
Hmm.
Well, not just local life. Sorry, Evan. He had a Fey, didn't he?
He did name.
Yeah.
So,
He's a scion.
can I just, Clyde? Do all Kinane have that, or is that a special?
All kidding, yes.
Every Canaan will have some sort of Fey element showing chimerically.
And many will have it showing in their human element to a small extent. Rory has it. It's just subtle.
But you have a loose, ancient being who upholds to your traditions and an ancient way of life in your city.
I'm not even sure it's so much our traditions, but your point is well taken.
Not mine. And based off of the language written on the sarcophagus and the story it told, it belongs to one of the 9 orders. It is not the story of the people.
He was he's the priest of terrible sun god.
And potentially the child of a tradition head. Or at least maybe one of the faction leaders.
Maybe. Rory just pauses for a second.
And evidently a criminal among his own people.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he was criminal.
No?
I don't think he was a criminal either.
Based off of the language on the tomb,
Why
he was a sacrifice.
Oh.
It's a culture I'm not familiar with, but
some like
and
to
he coughs and
some
he will open his shirt and he will cough into that, and you can hear the sound of some sort of awful hitting fabric.
Evan, I'm going to PM you something in Facebook. I have a question. I want to use Ring of Truth when I ask. Or not a Ring of Truth, a variation of it. Like Ring of Fate.
Okay.
on a do I happen to know where D'Onofrio is at the moment? Is she in the? Would she be in the Chantry, or is she away from the city, or?
She's not currently there. She's dealing with the final preparations for the handover between the technocrats and the tradition mages. Is that a wheelhouse?
Okay.
Hi, Sam. You ask a very interesting question.
Oh boy.
Fuck. Okay. For anyone who sees him, Rory's eyes, which are generally pretty big anyways, just widen in absolute fucking terror.
I will expand upon the statement. You don't think that he is related per se. However, you get the distinct impression he is part of that story.
Fuck. I don't think anyone here has ever seen Rory scared. I need to talk to Siren. I need to talk to Siren right now. Get out of my way. He just starts running.
Okay.
I'm running for the library.
Okay.
He's going to arch an eyebrow and look over at Rupert and I guess Duncan now. Is that normal? Cough, cough, hack.
For him,
Yes.
well, he's somewhat impulsive. The flaw of the young. But no, from the little I've known him, I've not seen him scared before. But thank you for bringing us this. If you clearly have our person who has some relevant background here. I'm sure we'd appreciate your help. Yes, he identified himself as a high priest of Baelor, of the bitter one eye, the great villain of the Irish mythology.
Well, arch an eyebrow.
I've heard of him.
Yes.
I'm unfamiliar with this.
Also more famous as the basis of Sauron. For those who follow popular culture. And he claimed membership of a House of the Order, which has since fallen after his time. It was destroyed on massive charges of infernalism and other crimes.
Oh.
That's a hermetic thing, then, yeah?
What house was this?
It was 1,000 years ago, ancient history. You'll excuse me if I don't start divulging all of our history off the cuff.
Well,
to someone I've just met.
No history is ancient. All history is relevant.
Did you get that out of a fortune cookie?
No, actually.
I'm not saying I won't tell you what's relevant, but if you'll excuse me for this at this right moment, I think I need to get my thoughts in order first. I think we're all a little shaken.
No.
I see. Well then.
What to
I will
do?
not pry farther, for that would be rude. But I do expect a little bit of knowledge in exchange for the knowledge I've shared for you. Not now, but later.
Looks at Hume. Oh no, are you still here, Tiger? Are you still here? Oh, he's gone. Okay. That person was strange. They worked magic, but they didn't seem to cure paradox. When the fire was quelled.
If you asked the right questions of the right beings in the right place in the right time with the right stars, you do nothing. and your will gets accomplished.
I think I understand what you mean, but no, he actively expressed his direct will upon the world.
Well, it could be that he told somebody that we weren't looking for, that he wanted to do something, and they did it for him.
Possibly
Points at Dunk.
like that to me.
Points at that voice. What he said. But if his direct will and his direct intentions and his direct power manipulated the world in such a way where paradox was not accrued, and he acted through no third party or an intermediary, that is troublesome.
What if he just didn't use magic?
The fire
He
went
put
out.
out 3 buildings that were on fire.
Ours isn't the only magic out there, I hear.
No, I know
This
what
is also a true statement.
it didn't look like the magic of a hedge wizard. He was fundamentally changing the world.
According to the stories, the wee ones and the kindly ones can work all manner of miracles.
He's also blood. Okay, maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I didn't read it right. But I'm only telling you what I could see. One does not expect to meet, beings from so long ago.
Shh! Careful. The gentry can hear their names on the wind. They can, according to the old people.
And he will look back at kind of the invisible wall space. Can you hear your... And he will look over towards his nightcast of storms. Can you hear your name on the wind? I hear it's quite popular.
She's currently kind of cleaning her nails with a long kind of curved knife, as she says, "In general, whenever it is the people say my name, they scream it in Chatty."
All right. Well, since Siren know the scene with Siren is
You are
later.
now my favorite.
Guys, as the hour is getting quite late, I'm going to call this scene here because my guest is starting to kill me. So, if you guys want to do a follow-up,
Please
you can
continue
feel free.
to live.
I enjoy living. If you guys
Whoa,
want
local hero!
if you guys want to do a follow-on, you're free to do so, but I need to go, so I'm going to end this. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you for watching. It's been a scene in Darkness in Dublin.